In this video with the unique content, probably the first time on YouTube, you will see how this Mercury's 50 horsepower EFI gearbox and actually Mercury 40 or 60, they have the same structure. And I think it doesn't matter which year of the outboard it is. So mine is 2009. I think they structured the same way. You will see how the gearbox works. Why do you need this information? If you are going to repair it yourself and you know nothing about the outboards like I did know nothing, so it will be very useful information for you, because if you understand how it's built inside, then you probably are capable to fix it yourself and save some money, or probably you're just keen to know how it works and understand what you need to do in some cases when you met some problem. Guys, whenever I tell switch or switching, I mean shift into gear. Sorry for my bad French. Regarding this part, it's actually pretty the same for other engines like Yamaha, for example, or Honda. And Mercury has probably the different system for switching your gearbox to neutral, forward and reverse. And that is quite unique, because I haven't found any content about this part. I have seen some video about Yamaha about this part, but not about this part. Why do you need to know what is happening here? That is very useful information when, for example, you want to recover from the stone heat and you want to understand what is happening here. I have a video on my channel about what is happening here when you hit the stone, and why, for example, you can't remove the prop shaft, why the prop shaft stuck, and why you can't remove, and what you have to do with the Mercury outboard. So that is quite unique. I will try to cover everything you need to know about this gearbox: the gears part, exhaust part, and then the clutch part here, and of course the shift shaft is the part of this clutch system. I put some tools on the drive shaft, so then you can easily follow any movements I show you, because it's easy to recognize them this way. By the way, this is the special tool, and this is the 32. I don't remember how much it means in inches, but you can find this in my other videos. And by the way, it's good to know that you can put 11 by 32 here, and then you can easy to switch to neutral, forward, on, or reverse. And I will also cover the sealing system, so I will tell you about all parts that take participation in the sealing of this gearbox, so that water doesn't come to the oil. So like and subscribe in advance. I believe you will like it for sure. And guys, when I tell you that I'm switching my gearbox to either neutral, reverse, or forward, there, it means that I'm rotating the tool here. I probably won't show you this, because my phone will be placed on this tripod and I will zoom you here. So when I tell you that I'm rotating the drive shaft, unless it's really necessary, again, I probably won't show you this movement, because most time we will be looking at this close lookup. The drive shaft is always rotating clockwise, never counterclockwise. Just please remember this. So, clockwise always. And when we are in neutral, which means that the comp followers is located like this, we are in neutral, nothing is happening. Gears are always rotating, but the clutch is not engaged with either of them, and you can see that the prop is not rotating at all. And now from the neutral we are going to switch to the forward, which means counterclockwise movement here. It means that the cam follower will be in this direction, the cam shift will be in this place, and the cam follower will follow this direction, and the clutch will engage with the forward gear. I will show you later again how it looks like. And when we now continue to rotate our drive shaft, which is always only clockwise, we see that the clutch engaged with the forward gear will rotate the prop, and you have that forward motion there. Let's look at this from this point, and you can easily understand how it works. So the drive shaft is rotating clockwise, nothing is happening unless you switch the gearbox to the forward, and the clutch will engage with the forward gear. The reverse gear will continue rotate, but it doesn't matter because the clutch is engaged with the forward gear. The prop is rotating also clockwise, which means the forward motion of your board. And now we switch back to the neutral, and again nothing is happening. And we are now, I can show you, switching to the reverse, and the clutch engage with the reverse gear. You can see the cam shift is in this position, and the cam follower, if you don't know what means cam shift or cam follower, I have the video about this, about the structure of this place. So it is in this position, and you can see we continue to rotate the drive shaft clockwise, which is always clockwise, and the prop is rotating counterclockwise, which means the reverse forward. I think it's quite easy. The only things I want to cover here is about the switching of the clutch, and why you sometimes hear this sound when you are trying to switch your gear. Usually you can hear this when you are too slow to switch your gear. So you can see how it works. It has teeth here and there, and gears have teeth, and of course the engine is always running, and both of them are always rotating, and the clutch is going to engage with either of them while they are rotating. And if you are slow to the switching your gearbox, I try to reproduce this by slow switching. I think we will not hear any sound, but you can imagine if you do this very slowly, you just that's English, wasn't it? So you are like very slow, and that's definitely not English. So I think you got the point. You should always switch very quickly, just like it's rotating, and it just pops, and you switch to then neutral, and then reverse very quickly. Always switch your gearbox on the remote control quickly. So I think we are covered here. Yep. Another one inspection to the following safety rules. Please just allow me to walk here. Yeah, everything is right here. Thank you. I think we also covered about how this place on the Mercury gearbox is working, but if not, okay, let me repeat you again. We are switching to the forward, and you can see this motion of the cam follower while the cam shift is pushing this cam follower in this direction, and the clutch engage with the forward gear. And this is the neutral, then the clutch is in the middle and not engaged with any gears. And that is the reverse direction, and I can't do it now because we have some teeth on the way. Okay, you can see I just moved this a little bit and we are engaged with the reverse gear. I think it's pretty clear. I don't think I need to cover anything more about this part. Let's go then to the exhaust system, the simple one. So, exhaust gases are coming from here. This is the open place. Go through this part of the gear housing, coming to this part of the bearing carrier, and they are going out from these places of the bearing carrier. So that's pretty all. Now it's time to talk about the sealing, because you will now understand why are gases here, and the water is also allowed to be here, because we have the sealing system, and the sealing system consists of, first of all, we have two sealing components here. If you don't know which one, I think you have to watch my video about all parts that this gear housing has. So we have two sealing components there, because water can freely walk here but not there. These are two very important sealing components, that's why they are two. And then it is sealed inside, the oil is inside. Here, as you understood, we have exhaust gases. So that's why the next sealing component is this O-ring. So here we have the oil. So the oil is everywhere here. Yeah, so everything here is in the oil, lubricated. And of course it's then there. You can see these two nuts. Is here through the shift shaft, the drive shaft, and that's why we have the next sealing component, which is on the shift shaft. Oops. So there are also two sealing components, this one and another oil ring there. Guys, I don't want to open this now, but you can see another my video, which is again about all components of this gear housing. And yeah, okay, well, I can show you on this yeah, okay. This O-ring you have there, this is bushing assembly, and this is the sealing. So this part and this part, you can see now 15 is that one and 17 is this one, and the O-ring is there. Now you got the point for sure. And before the pump we have another component for sealing. This is again some assembly. Okay, I want to remove it, and it consists of several parts. So these two parts are very important. Let's show you again on the drawing. So it is here, yeah. This is the assembly, and if you don't buy this as one component, you have these three parts So that's how your gearbox is sealed. That's why whenever you try to repair this, you have to replace all sealings. Here, O-ring, regardless of appearance, this is set in the service manual, and 2 sealing components there. That's it. Now guys, probably the coolest part of this video, when you are replacing your gearbox like I did here, you have the service manual which explains how you have to test that everything is right. It tells that rotate the probe in either direction when you are in forward, neutral and reverse, and you will either have the motion of the probe or not, or will you have a ratchet or clicks. And now I will explain you what is happening. There's probably a very unique content, and I mean this test guide from the service manual. Check shift operation. I was so confused when I was doing this on the land with the gearbox. It doesn't matter on the land or on the water. Of course on the land when you have this gearbox disassembled. So I was very confused. Why? Because you can't check this actually when you have this not connected with your middle unit, or is it called upper unit? Sorry, I don't remember. Why? Because actually your drive shaft, that's the point, guys, that's the point. Your drive shaft is held by the power head, should be held by the power head when you do this test. Because when we're trying to test it, here we can rotate the probe in either direction, doesn't matter in which position we have the shift shaft, and we can rotate the drive shaft in either direction, but that is not happening when it sits on the power head. It just sits there. So please believe me, because I cannot show you this by one of my hand. I will hold it while I demonstrating you this procedure about checking shift operation. So you can see what is written here, and I will try, not try, of course I will reproduce this for you. So point A, if you still remember, propeller shaft will not rotate in counterclockwise direction when in forward gear. We are in forward gear. It will not rotate counterclockwise, which means that direction. We now can rotate in either direction because I still have 2 hands here. But now I hold the drive shaft in the same way like the power head is holding this, and we can't rotate in this direction. We can only rotate in this direction. And now guys, notice what you will hear. That is absolutely normal, and I was so confused what is happening when I heard this. But this is how the clutch is structured. Again, see my another video about the structure of it. But if you look, let me zoom for you. Yeah, I think that's perfectly. So look what is happening. Yeah, you understand? Yeah, should I explain or you understand? Whoops. I think you got the point. Let's continue to the point B. Wait a moment, please. B. Propeller shaft will rotate freely in either direction when gear case is in neutral. That's very clear. We put it to neutral. Yeah, the clutch is not engaged with anything. I don't even need to hold the drive shaft because you clearly understand that it's rotating in either direction. And the point C, okay, I show you again what points I mean. C, propeller shaft will not rotate in either direction when gear case is in reverse. That's the interesting point. We put it to the reverse. We are in the reverse. The clutch is engaged with the reverse gear. We can rotate this in any direction while I have two hands, and that's why I was confused why it doesn't work when I was repairing this. But because the power head, when you test this on your engine, the power head holds your drive shaft, and when it holds it, you don't have any movement. You can't move. So guys, I believe that this is very unique content. If you think so, please like. I think I covered almost everything. If not, let me know in comments. If you like, then like. If you don't like my French, please let me know in comments. Then I will never post this content anymore, because I have to know what people think about my English and that content. So have a good night. This is, by the way, 11 p.m. in August in Finland. Isn't it nice? If it would be May, it would look like in afternoon. Yeah, but I think for August it also pretty nice. Thank you guys, bye.